For a Cirque productivity in Shanghai in 1927, a author stepped in a cell to interviewing a fabulous pet coach of India. They had 5 tigers and 4 persons leopards for business. There was an emergency installation for an interviewing. But later anything on Damoo Dhotre was common. Though just 25, he had already been renowned for his brave Cirque acts. And he requested the author to watch at first hand how without effort he controllable savage animals. Though Damoo went on to be one of the greats of the Cirque planet, really slight is named on him in India. His grandchild, Mahendra Dhotre, has investigated his grandpa's lifetime and wants youthful human beings to aware on his artistic achievements. Its history is wonderful, Mr. Dhotre says. He begun his career in colonialist India and became a myth at a period while it was hard for a tan man to achieve the top stance in any occupation. Damoo was unborn in the west town of Pune in a medium-class household. He begun newcomer his parent gaffer Cirque while he was just 10 years ancient. He was charmed in savage animals. He would watch the coach close and later he would imitate his usual external the cell. A day the cell was outdoor and he introduced it and controlled to hold the animal's tranquility. It was just for a few protocol but all in the Cirque implemented how he was specific, says Mr. Dhotre. The occurrence showed how he was courageous. He had the relation through his career. He was courageous, and utilized these attributes to build AMD within the circle. Noticing Damoo's concern, his gaffer coordinated to boat train him. The indignant Damoo's mom, who was frightened at the mind of her son incoming a cell how detained savage animals. She relented following her sibling confident her Damoo would be secure. And how the fabulous coach Damoo Dhotre was unborn. In 1912, Damoo omitted out of high school and passing in his gaffer for the following 4 persons year. But he skipped his mom and thick felt nostalgic. So, he refundable to Pune. His cardiac yet belonged to the Cirque. He as well requested to earn money cash to assist his parents. He begun performance stunts on a bike. That done him famous and several regional paper mentioned him the little boy miracle, Mr. Dhotre says. Damoo extended to execute stunts through Pune, he would as well independent as an pet coach whenever he found the prospect. He was 22 while he attached for a job as a bike trick horseman in a rusky Cirque. He got the job and confident the owners to let him job as a circle wizard. His big time came while he passing to China in the Cirque. He was an instantaneous hit in China, Mr. Dhotre adds. I believe human beings favorite his bold relation. He could readily job in many decades of animals within a cell. The ringmaster's dress as well drew crowds. Behind later, human beings were utilized to vision circle masters completely dress and with protection pinion. Damoo ever introduced the circle naked-chested, tiring a pagadi, the conventional Hindu headdress. He was a wizard of creation AMD within the circle. One of his renowned acts implicated a nanny goat galloping on the behind of a tigress. It nearly defied reasoning since tigers and leopards characteristically extraction on goats. Mr. Dhotre says the was probable just since of Damoo, who once controlled to profit the confidence of savage animals. In spite his popular, Damoo thick felt the rusky Cirque was too little for his ambitions. He solved to promote in Europe newspapers. A France Cirque proprietor saw his ad and requested him to go to Europe. He passing to France in January 1939 but the travel price him all the cash he had gained. While he arriving, he was comparatively unidentified in Europe. But it wasn't length up he became renowned in France. He begun making so too much. By the period he was marital and had 3 sons. He begun send cash behind household and it done him really lucky, Mr. Dhotre says. But his successful didn't recent length. Planet War II had covered Europe by the medium of 1940 and quickly circuses were prohibited since of the safety risks. Damoo was broken-hearted, his grandchild says. He was jammed one in Europe and he was unemployed. Such were hard days for him. Following achieving the U.S., he contacted officials at Ringling Brothers and requested them for a spline. He was employed and went on to be an enormous strike. Human beings in the US had not seen such a courageous axe and they favorite him. His location as a myth in the Cirque planet was now cement, Mr. Dhotre says. But the US introduced the war in deceased 1941 and circuses were prohibited. Damoo was recruited as a US troop CPL, up rejoining the Cirque while the war ended in 1945. He abandoned Ringling Brothers in 1949 due to ill public health and went behind to Europe. 2 years after, he refundable to India as his public health degraded. By later, his woman had been undiagnosed in carcinoma. She dead up he arriving household. He solved to get a breakdown of the Cirque or, ultimately, he abandoned since he had B asthma and could no much longer job in animals. Yet he was too assigned to the Cirque planet. So he begun to boat train and assist other who requested to be circle masters, Mr. Dhotre says. Damoo's history is not wide named in India. Down there is a lot we can find out of him. He learned us how you can reach whatever if you trust in yours ambition, Mr. Dhotre says. Down there can't be else Damoo Dhotre since Cirque is a moribund handicraft and the use of animals is now prohibited. So he's essential to recall his heritage. Mr. Dhotre, yet, agrees how several may believe Damoo's Cirque X brutal. I believe how in present's background the use of animals in circuses is brutal. But Damoo existed in else period while down there weren't lot source of amusement. He fair accompanied his desire and became a myth and how I wish human beings to recall him.